Good morning, Minecraft. In our last episode, we had just finished cleaning out the ocean monument in order to build our XP farm. So, now we need to go and start building the collection system for the Guardians. So let's get to it. Okay, so I need to see how much glass I have. I don't think... Yeah, I don't have that much. Looks like not even 4 full stacks. The tinted glass will block light, and I'm thinking of doing light blue stained glass, and that looks like just green and regular blue, so I'm going to need way more than that. Alright, let me grab a bunch of sand. Okay. Um, for... Okay. I don't remember what I was doing that I was making iron. Okay. Well, while that sand's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and mark the 4 corners of the ocean monument with sand pillars. I need to do this so I know where the perimeter of my collection chamber needs to go. Ow. Ow. Ah, stop. Stop. Ah. Run away. Run away. Ah, go. No. Stupid zappers. I'm going to enjoy watching you all die. I should be doing this. I should be invisible so they just don't attack me, but I think I can do this. They can... Whoops. They can... Ow. Ah! Run away. They can spawn anywhere above the base floor of the monument within the perimeter of the 4 corners. They can swim outside of that boundary, but they will not spawn outside of that boundary, at least in theory. It was completely broken on the original seed. That's one of the things that got corrupted. They were spawning anywhere in the ocean, so that was kind of a problem. But hopefully this seed isn't broken, and they'll just spawn within the boundaries of the temple here, the monument. Ooh, look at that ravine. That's cool. It intersects right underneath the edge of the temple. Man, it goes way over there. We'll have to explore that in more depth later. Okay. Another batch of sand is cooking, and now I need to... so what I did, you grab lapis, that makes your blue dye, and bone meal makes your white dye, and you just throw that in the crafting table for that. And so there's the white dye and the blue dye, and if you mix them, you get light blue dye. So I had a stack of 64 light blue or blue and white, and that made 2 stacks of 64 light blue. And you place that in the center and then surround it with clear glass, and that you end up with 8 stacks of light blue stained glass. So okay, so let's go ahead and do the perimeter. Now I'm going to do this right at water level, and so the collection chamber will be just above the surface and kind of into it a little bit, so like that, and that way the collection chamber is completely outside. Ow. Ow. Okay. That didn't work. I almost died twice, so I need to craft some invisibility potions, and the way to do that is to craft night vision and then corrupt it with spider eye. to... Alright. Awkward potions. Those are already awkward potions. Yeah. Okay. To... you put sugar, spider eye, and a brown mushroom, and that gives you the fermented spider eye, and that you can corrupt the potion with that. Also, I need one more golden carrot to actually... Oops. There we go. And I'm going to need some... Okay. That'll make those 5 minutes. Oh, you can do the... After you do the... in other words, you can do all the other ingredients basically out of order. It doesn't matter. So I'll do it. I'll make the night vision potion 8 minutes, and then I'll corrupt it. Oh, I could have put the spider eye in first, and then the redstone. It doesn't matter. But so, just there you go, and then night vision will become invisibility. Something, if you don't know, invisibility doesn't work on your armor. I'm running out of space. So watch, if I'll drink this. Okay. Now I'm invisible, but my armor isn't. And somehow the game's AI, the critters, the mobs, they can target your armor. See that? Yeah, so you actually have to get naked, or at least take your armor off. They can still even see the things that you're holding in your hand, but it's usually not enough. But if they do target you, you have to break line of sight, because even if you're invisible, once they target you, they know where you are. But we should be fine. Yeah. They don't see me. They can see the glass, but it's too... You just move it out of your hand, and you're basically invisible to them. So, okay, now I've got the first layer all the way around. So that's the light blue, and I'm going to make the corner pillars light blue glass, and then clear glass for this, just to fill in the sides. So I'm going to come up 2, and then clear glass, filling that in. Okay. I have finished that, and I did some kind of calculations in my head, and I think I need to come up 2 more. That should be all we need to come up out of the water, because we will have to kind of flood this area. You'll see, it makes sense. I want to keep the collection chamber as close to the surface as possible so we don't have to backfill with water. So I think I need to come up 2 more. I went and grabbed all the oak fence gates I have. It's not going to be anywhere near enough. We're going to need thousands, but I grabbed what I had available. And this is, I'm going to try to lay out a pattern, at least get started so I have some idea of what I want to do. Okay, this is the center because it's an even number of blocks. Hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, whoops. 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good. So you want to mark the 14 in the center, and then that's how we're going to lay out the fence gates. So I'll go ahead and start that and play around. I have to play around with this a second. So. All right, I've run out of gates, but I think, and I had to modify the design a little bit. So right now we have the center, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right here. It's because it's even number, so the center is between 2 blocks, which is fine. So I went 7 that way and 7 that way. So on top of these fence gates, we'll be putting a water source block, and then once this is filled in all the way across with all these gates, the water will flow down and cascade here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then cascade again. And then these are 8, so it'll stop here. I'll have to put a water source block here on the top of this one, and then this will flow. And I'll cut this wall out, probably these two, and that should create a flow from up there here out, and then there'll be a channel that runs along, like a catch that runs along the sides, and that on both sides, and they'll turn and funnel down here to a drop where there'll be the kill room. So the other option I had for this was to have the sides high and funnel toward the center, but then front to back is 8 stair steps, and I'd have to make this twice as high out of the water. And I want to keep it really close to the surface. And plus I just wanted to try it this way, where I send them from the center out to the sides and then collect them in some troughs. So at this point, I need to go slaughter an entire forest of oak trees, or I might grab some bone meal and just rapid fire make some big ones here near the base. But either way, I need a whole bunch of oak, and I don't have it, so that's the next step. Something that has just occurred to me, the iron silo was pretty much full, and I've been working out here, which means this chunk has been loaded for hours and hours and hours. And I'm wondering if I'm actually overflowing with iron. What a horrible problem to have, but it's possible. I should probably check that. If we come over here, we can see that my iron silo has all of its lights lit, and it's the 5th silo, so really quick. I don't... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof. Huh. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. It's full. I need to... I was thinking of actually making this a second silo of iron, but what I really need to do is compress those into iron blocks. Yep. Now, that'll slowly filter down. I might do it again. I might take another whole chest out, because that won't last that long. I'll just dump these into the input, and they'll head off to the iron block silo, which is located over there. So progress is coming along. So I did some quick math. It's 58 by 58, which is 3,364 not trapdoors, but gates. And they're resource intensive. You need 3 planks to make a gate. Actually, 4. Take that back. You need 4. So if I come over here and I grab some wood and I convert that into planks, you need a total of, to make a single gate, and the reason why is because you need 4 sticks and 2 planks. That's 1 gate. So 4 stacks of planks equals 1 stack of oak fence gates, which means you need essentially a stack of 64 logs to make a stack of 64 oak fence gates. Well, it doesn't have to be oak, it could be anything. But let's see, if I do the quick math, that is 52 stacks, actually 52 and a half stacks. So you need 52 and a half stacks of logs to do this project. So if you're trying to get assemble the materials, right now probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 60, so it's 300, 6, 8, about 1,000 pieces of glass, and uh, about 53 stacks of logs. That's what the cumulative total is going to be so far. Obviously, I'm going to need even more as I build the rest of it, but so far that's what we're looking at. So, yeah, a lot of wood and sand. So, just a little update on that. All right. So, I now have all 3,300 uh, fence gates installed. I did lower the outside down one. So if we come around to the side here, I was right here, and I went ahead and lowered the whole thing all the way around and then cut these out of the sides. So if you're following along for whatever reason, you'll want to start one down. The other option I could have done is raised all the fence gates up one, and started here on this row instead of this row. One up. However, I don't want to do that because that means we have to backfill more water, and it's just easier to have the whole mechanism a little bit further down in the water. So what I need to do now is take a bucket and backfill underneath these and flood that area so that there's water underneath there. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, I used sponges to get rid of the water that was on top of this last little bit, and I also built the trough on that side. And if we come over here to the center, I'm going to have a water source blocks just down the center here, and that'll cause the water to cascade either side. And then going all the way down this way, I have removed the water there and also have the other trough here, and underwater the tunnel, which connects them both to the center room. Okay, perfect. Now the water collection system is set. So now I need to collect a dispenser, a bucket of lava, some signs, and a bunch of hoppers. And I'll go ahead and do that real quick and get this set up. And then we'll begin the process of filling out the sand, the soul sand, and then demolishing the rest of the temple. So let's go.